Tonight on News Live at 6, it's Hispanic Heritage Month, how the university is celebrating.
Plus, is Syracuse University prepared for an active threat? How DPS is responding to the 2 lockdowns at UNC Chapel Hill.
And how Micron's efforts will go beyond the factory walls. The news starts right now. Well, this week kicks off National Hispanic Heritage Month. Thanks for joining us at 6. I'm Nicole Aponte.
And I'm Peyton Spellacy. SU is hosting many events for Hispanic Heritage Month. And our CitrusTV reporter Anjana Desam is joining us live. Anjana, how are students on campus celebrating?
Thanks, guys. Right now I'm standing on the field where the Torneo de Football event took place this Saturday. This is the first of many events that start the celebration of the annual Hispanic Heritage Month. This month is filled with events that take time to honor this heritage and help Syracuse University create a more inclusive space for Hispanic students. Heritage Month continues its celebration till October 16th with events such as the football game, keynote speakers, Hispanic cuisine, and live entertainment.
I think the way that they create a sense of belonging is by throwing events like this and providing or creating spaces for people who come from my background to feel like they have a home, right? So, of course, every university can have improvements, and every university and every place really can have that growth and make it feel more of a sense of belonging, but create those spaces, create those events, and at least do their best to make things right.
Events like these establish a sense of community to not only Hispanic students, but also for students with other backgrounds. One of the main goals for the Multicultural Affairs Department is to provide an opportunity for any student to learn and celebrate the history of the Hispanic community.
When I came as an international student, I didn't know anything about Latin culture. I didn't know about Latin America, Central America, and other stuff like that. So events like this is where I got to engage in other cultures, like Latin heritage. It's the small things that show you what the culture is about, Latin America. So that's like a good thing I think SU is doing over here. But there's always room for improvement.
The Hispanic Heritage Month Planning Committee is also partnering with the LGBTQ Resource Center to bring awareness to queer and Hispanic identities.
I look forward to this is the last event, but it's a drag show, and I'm really excited for that one.
There's so much to look forward to this month, so make sure to join in on any of these events, and all the events and dates and times can be found on the Syracuse University website under the Multicultural Affairs event calendar. This is Anjana Desam reporting for CitrusTV News. Guys, back to you.
Anjana, great stuff. Thank you. Well, if you've walked along the quad this semester, you might have noticed a student sitting by the sidewalk encouraging others to smile. CitrusTV reporter Tyler O'Donnell tells us what inspired the student's random act of kindness.
Thanks, Nicole. There's a student on campus with a mission to bring smiles to the faces of those around him. And he goes by the name Sign Guy. Sign Guy is Syracuse University's positivity guru who spends his free time holding up encouraging signs to try to spread joy onto others.
Most social medias, and that's what we're spending a lot of our time on. So I just try to be one positive thing. There's a severe lack of positivity on most social medias, and that's what we're spending a lot of our time on. So I just try to be one positive thing that people can see every day.
Every weekday he can, Sign Guy sits on the quad and spends his afternoons bringing smiles to the faces of those he meets. While his signs carry a variety of different messages, the goal is always the same. He just wants to make others happy. According to him, he wouldn't have it any other way.
Yeah, it's been pretty great, you know. People just walk by and, you know, some people give a smile, some people give a thumbs up, some people don't see it at all, and some people, you know, take a moment to stop and have a quick chat.
As to why he chose such a unique method to spread positivity, he says it's inspired by somebody close to home.
This medium, I would say, really is inspired from my grandfather. I live in a pretty small town back home, and we have one roundabout in the middle of town, and for the past 20 years, he's been going out it started as more protesting signs against the war in the Middle East, and since then he's transitioned to, he still protests sometimes, but more spreading positivity and joy and trying to just spread love around our community.
Sign Guy will even try and sync up the times he's out on the quad to the times his grandfather is doing the same back at home. He's been doing this act of kindness since early last year. He's seen countless students walk by him, but it's always the ones who spend time to talk with him that keep him going.
I had someone come up and say, like, just that I genuinely helped them through a tough day, and that really stuck with me as like a motivation to keep going, because that's what all it's about, you know, is trying to help people see the world a different way or in a more positive way.
For students looking to see Sign Guy in person, he can be found next to the quad on weekday afternoons across the sidewalk from the Physics Center. Nicole, Peyton, back to you.
Tyler.
Oh my gosh, no, that was a great story. I think we both want to talk about how fantastic that story is.
Yes, and we're going to be seeing some more smiles this weekend. Juice Jam 2023 is this Sunday, and students can pick up their tickets right now. Outside Gate E at the Dome, students can go to the ticket booth from 12 to 7 p.m. until this Friday and 4 to 8 p.m. on Saturday. Tickets are just $25 for students with a valid SU or ESF ID. Tickets can be also purchased online, but physical tickets must be picked up at the Dome. The limit is 1 ticket per person.
Well, turning to our first look at our weather. Look, hopefully the weather stays nice for Sunday for Juice Jam, but also in Tyler's package, this is the sun coming down. I'm taking it all in.
Yes, hopefully we got a little sprinkle of rain in here, but I'm curious what the rest of the week is going to look like. We're going to go over to our weather anchor, Lauren Holdmeyer. Lauren, what do you have for us?
Well, Peyton, unfortunately, the weather is not too amazing right now. We are seeing some showers around the area. We're sitting at right about 68 degrees Fahrenheit right now, so it is just a little bit on the cooler side. We're seeing around 10-mile-per-hour winds also, so definitely make sure to grab your jacket and your umbrella for that. Then looking around the area, we are seeing pretty much the same picture throughout our viewing area. Down south in Ithaca, Cortland, Binghamton, we are seeing just a little bit of cooler temperatures. For the most part, though, we are sticking in those mid to upper 60s, especially here in Syracuse. And then looking ahead to tonight, we are going to drop all the way down to 59 degrees. If you do plan to be out later tonight, definitely make sure to take that jacket with you. Peyton and Nicole, I'll send it back to you for now.
Lauren, thanks so much. New details. It's the second time in just a few weeks that the University of North Carolina at Chapel Hill students had to go into a lockdown drill. The first time, 34-year-old doctoral student Tyler Chi shot and killed a professor. The second time, 27-year-old Mikkel Harris pulled a gun on an employee inside the Alpine Bagel Shop, inside the student union on campus. It's very similar to what the Shine Student Center is for us here on campus. Well, we spoke with one UNC freshman, Maddie Amati, who says reliving that active threat just weeks into her first semester in college was surreal.
I called my dad right when we got the second alert and I said, oh my God, this is happening again. And then he was like, you sound less freaked out than last time. And I said, yeah, I can't, this is like how we all become desensitized to this issue. Just when you go through it once, and it's terrible. I hate that that's how we all feel.
Luckily, Maddie was in her dorm room with her roommates during both of those lockdowns. She says that UNC had a much better response to the second lockdown drill. So it made us wonder, is Syracuse University prepared for an active threat? As we reported, only DPS officers have to go through mandatory active threat training, with the Run, Hide, Fight video provided on the university's website. SU tells us that it's unsure how many faculty and staff are trained because watching that video is not mandatory for them. DPS Chief Craig Stone tells CitrusTV DPS officers work with Syracuse Police, Onondaga County Sheriff's Department, and State Police during emergencies. Students, faculty, and staff play a crucial role by staying informed through the Orange Alert notification system. It's an app you can download onto your phone. It's similar to the alerts the UNC Chapel Hill campus received during those two lockdowns. DPS does offer crime prevention presentations to the entire SU community, and it includes a review of the Run, Hide, Fight video. But down in North Carolina at Chapel Hill, it gives the website tips on what to do, information to request an active threat training video, or personal training from UNC Police. Peyton?
Thanks, Nicole. Top officials from Micron, came to Syracuse today to talk about training workers for the semiconductor industry. Micron plans to hire 9,000 workers and create nearly 6,000 nearby supplier jobs.
And really, there's not just the technicians directly that are employed by Micron that need to be supported, but a whole array of the community that needs to be brought up and educated to do healthcare, to do construction management, and all sorts of things.
The Federal Chips and Science Act will give $39 billion to subsidize the building of semiconductor plants across the nation. Micron is building its factory in Clay to combat chip supply chain shortages caused by COVID-19 shutdowns.
Well, it's time to go bananas for the Savannah Bananas, of course. On Thursday, the world-famous Savannah Bananas turned Syracuse into a circus. Our Citrus TV reporter John Perrick breaks down baseball's Globetrotters.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is Banana Ball!
Let's go bananas! I love it. It's so much fun. We love it.
For these two bananas, it doesn't get more appealing than this.
We love the dancing.
Syracuse turned into Savannah last Thursday when the Savannah Bananas made their second to last stop on what has been a sold-out Banana Ball World Tour.
It's going to be loud, electric, and definitely unique and different.
It's going to be the loudest the stadium's ever been.
And it was. Even 3 hours before the game, the line just to get in was out the door.
It's amazing. It's even better than we expected.
Bananas games are not your average night at the ballpark. For starters, there's a lot of dancing, even sometimes without shirts on. In between innings, there's games with dinosaurs, baby races. On the dugout, you might see your father cheerleading, and your grandma might be on the field. During the game, players parade through the stands. Oh yeah, and they love Christmas.
Wait, you're playing Christmas music right now.
Oh yeah, it's what's the date today? September
14th. But what?
And we have a Santa coat. Our catcher's a Santa coat on right now, and yeah, it's wild. It's just wild.
And how about the umpire? He's got some moves. He can get down low, and this guy can get up high. Does anyone scream bananas more than Stilts?
Oh, not at all. It just fits the brand, you know? Get out here, act crazy, be different, and that's what we do.
The game itself was a sellout. 10,000 people packed into MBT Bank Stadium. Some came from just down the road, like this family of bananas.
We live 10 minutes away.
But Caitlin Cassidy, her family, and their banana Tegan hopped in the car and drove all the way from Ontario.
Come to Canada.
Regardless of where you're from, Syracuse Thursday night was going bananas for Savannah. In Syracuse, John Perrick.
Well, John, what a fun story, but let me tell you what's not fun is that drivers can expect some detours on State Route 96 starting today. The route will be closed alongside the town of Ulysses for around 30 days. The New York State Department of Transportation is replacing a tunnel on the road. Fines will be doubled for drivers speeding in the work zone.
All 3 hostages are safe after a standoff between police and a man armed with a gun. Leslie Henderson surrendered to police Saturday night, nearly 12 hours since firing a shot. The hostages were 2 14-year-olds and a 20-year-old held inside of an apartment on the 1000th block of North State Street. Henderson is charged with an unlawful imprisonment and is currently being held at Onondaga County Justice Center.
And Geneva police say there is no danger to the public following a bomb threat to a synagogue. Police were sent out to Temple Bethel early yesterday morning, but found no explosive devices. The threat against the temple came on the last day of the Jewish New Year, Rosh Hashanah. The New York State Police Hate Crimes Task Force was informed and are leading an investigation on the incident. Geneva police are asking anyone with information to contact them.
A new law took effect yesterday that requires all businesses with 4 or more employees to include the maximum and minimum salaries for compensation in job advertisements. Governor Kathy Hochul signed the law last year and in a statement applauded it for promoting work transparency.
New York State is adding steps for high-risk individuals to buy or own guns. Governor Kathy Hochul signed a bill recently which allows New York to get a background check New York citizens, to get a background check, which would normally be given to a federal government, making the process longer. The bill also removes the fee for extreme risks protection orders, which will make it easier for someone to file an order on potential dangerous gun owners.
Well, coming up next, the president's son filed a lawsuit against IRS, what he finds unlawful, and the whistleblowers behind it.
Plus, Bernie Sanders supporting the United Auto Workers strike, what the union members demand and what their reasoning is. Stay with us.
Your daughter just had her first breakup. Do you A, put yourself in her shoes? B, console her?
Don't worry, sweetie. This is gonna happen a lot.
Or C, find her a new boyfriend?
Nice, single boys. That was weird.
As a parent, there are no perfect answers. But you don't have to be perfect to be a perfect parent. Thousands of teens in foster care will love you just the same.
They said I have troll teeth.
That my voice sounded.
They said I have troll teeth.
That my voice sounded like a possessed baby doll.
That no one would ever love someone as stupid as me.
That I was fat, ugly.
Disgusting.
The effect of bullying is...
Every time I hear the alarm bell go off in school, I think it's an air raid.
A lot of houses in our neighborhood have been destroyed. I like to close my ears and sing songs whenever the bombs come close.
I'm worried our new neighbors won't like us.
But I know it's all gonna be worth it. I just want my family to be safe. But these are not my words.
These are not my words.
These are not my words.
Every time I hear the alarm bell go off in school, I think it's an air raid.
A lot of houses in our neighborhood have been destroyed. I like to close my ears and sing songs whenever the bombs come close.
I'm worried our new neighbors won't like us.
But I know it's all gonna be worth it. I just want my family to be safe.
You're watching. Nicole Aponte and Lauren Holdmeyer. Now, your campus news leader continues.
Welcome back to News Live at 6. Hunter Biden has filed a lawsuit against the IRS. Biden's lawsuit alleges the IRS unlawfully disclosed his tax information and agents failed to protect his private records. 2 IRS whistleblowers testified the Justice Department improperly interfered with a tax investigation into Biden.
Gary Shapley and Joe Ziegler are accused of disclosing Biden's tax return information and details on the IRS investigation into Biden's lawsuit. Biden is reportedly asking for $1,000 for each unauthorized disclosure and attorney fees.
The United Auto Workers strike is pushing for a 4-day work week. Union members are calling for a 36% pay raise and increased job security. They're also pushing for a 32-hour work week with no pay cuts. The use of artificial intelligence has pressed some workers to question the necessity of a 40-hour work week.
Senator Bernie Sanders has voiced his support for a shortened work week. Sanders says the 4-day work week would allow people to spend more time with their family and get a better education.
Over 11,000 people are dead in Libya tonight after devastating floods swept through the eastern part of the country. Rescue crews are pouring through the city of Derna, but say it's difficult to access some of them because they don't have boats.
The flooding was so severe because of heavy rain and 2 collapsed dams. More than 40,000 people have been displaced across the region since the flooding started last week. The UN is offering assistance.
And coming up on News Live at 6, sunnier days are ahead of us later this week. Stay with us to find out what you can expect.
Hey, look, it's those guys. Are you good to drive?
I'm fine.
How many did you have?
I should be fine.
You should be.
Go and step out of the vehicle for me.
See ya, buddy. Good luck. So turns out, buzz driving and drunk driving, they're the same thing, and it costs around $10,000. So not worth it.
What are you, superheroes?
Just four brothers who hate bullies and love this city. Gear up, guys.
From the CitrusTV Weather Center, this is SU's most accurate weather forecast.
Well, looking ahead to our 5-day forecast, as you can see, we are seeing those showers throughout the remainder of tomorrow. However, looking to Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and then for game day on Saturday, we're actually going to be seeing pretty comfortable temperatures and full sun, which is definitely going to be a nice change. And then actually this is going to be a great week to take in that sun, maybe do some homework on the quad, take a blanket out, and just really enjoy this last week of summer, the last week of summer-like temperatures we're going to be seeing here in Syracuse. Nicole and Peyton, I'll send it back to you guys.
Football with a big road test against Purdue in Big Ten country. Could Syracuse get it done? We'll find out right after the break.
Your daughter just had her first breakup. Do you A, put yourself in her shoes? B, console her?
Don't worry, sweetie. This is gonna happen a lot.
Or C, find her a new boyfriend?
Nice single boys. That was weird.
As a parent, there are no perfect answers. But you don't have to be perfect to be a perfect parent. Thousands of teens in foster care will love you just the same.
You've messed up your son's haircut.
Mom?
Do you A, try to fix it?
Like it never happened.
B, work with what you got?
Look at you. You're at the top of your game. You're unstoppable. Nothing can throw you off track. Wait, is that your car? Uh-oh. Yeah, I saw that coming. That will throw you off track. You're looking at around 10 grand in fines, legal fees, and increased insurance rates. Let's try this again. Smart move. Because buzz driving is drunk driving.
Adventure can be found anywhere, but the best place to start is in the forest.
I spy something beginning with S.
Snow?
No.
Snow-covered trees?
Nothing to do with snow.
Head outside to discover incredible animals and beautiful plants that come together to create an unforgettable adventure.
Wow.
So grab your loved ones.
Don't even.
And explore a world of possibilities.
Come on, this way.
Visit discovertheforest.org to find the closest forest or park to you.
And now, your Citrus TV Sports Report.
Since head coach Dino Babers took over, Syracuse football has been homesick. Welcome to sports. I'm Ian Nicholas. Headed into SU Saturday clash at Purdue, the Orange had an ugly 5-26 road record against Power 5 competition over the last 7 seasons. Well, let's see if Syracuse on the road against Purdue could make something happen with an opportunity against a Purdue team in Big Ten country. Really an interesting case to see if the Orange could knock down Purdue, and ultimately Syracuse did knock down Purdue. The final score was 35-20, and Garrett Schrader was running like a madman. You see him there. He gets it all the way inside the 5-yard line, hands it off to LaQuinn Allen. No, he actually kept it himself on the naked bootleg. The cameraman wasn't fooled, though. Syracuse goes ahead 7-0. Garrett Schrader looks for a little bit more. Later in the first half, green grass in front, dashes his way into the end zone for his second of 4 rushing touchdowns on the game. QB1 finished with nearly 200 rushing yards. Hudson Card decides, how about we throw a pass? And he throws one into the end zone for a Purdue touchdown to make it 14-7. Syracuse, though, with another rushing score. LaQuinn Allen makes it 21-7, and Syracuse wins 35-20. Now, if you're wondering why all of these Syracuse highlights are runs, that might be because its top pass catcher is out for the season. Tight end Aronde Gadsden announced before the Purdue win that he broke a bone in the middle of his right foot last week against Western Michigan. The preseason All-American led the Orange in receiving yards last year with almost 1,000 yards and 6 touchdowns. SU's top NFL prospect said he, quote, hasn't even begun to think about whether to declare for next year's draft or return for a 4th year with the 'Cuse. Moving on to Durham, Syracuse field hockey. Well, originally they did not pick up a great opportunity against Duke. They would lose in that first game 4-0 on the road against the Blue Devils, and that would set up an opportunity to play Wagner. Wagner winless on the season, and Syracuse beats them easily, 5-1. Charlotte DeVries with a hat trick, and now she's got 6 goals on the year. Syracuse improves to 6-1. On the pitch, number 7 Syracuse men's soccer played to a hard-fought draw at number 20 Wake Forest 1-1. SU's first ACC road test saw the defending national champs net the opening goal 80 seconds in. It was sophomore Nicholas Kalukian who scored that goal, but unfortunately the Orange, they didn't hold the lead. In the 75th minute, things would swing around, and a crowd of 2,200 in Wake Forest helped that team rally. Next up for Syracuse, 25th ranked Cornell at home tomorrow night. To the gridiron, the Bills bounced back from its loss to the Jets by blowing out the Raiders 38-10. Josh Allen kept it clean after 4 turnovers in week 1. Speaking of which, Zach Wilson and Gang Green lost at Dallas 30-10. The former number 2 overall pick threw 3 picks to make reality without Aaron Rodgers clear. And Giants fans still wondering if they're in reality after a historic comeback at Arizona. New York trailed by 21 in the 3rd before scoring 24 unanswered. Big Blue stays out west against the 49ers Thursday, potentially without an injured Saquon Barkley.
Ian, thank you so much. Stick with us after the break. We'll take one last look at your weather.
To plenty of questions. Fortunately, there's a place to get the answers, for them and for you. Find articles, tips, and tools from experts and others who have been in your place. The Caregiving Resource Center at aarp.org/caregiving.
Look at you. You're at the top of your game. You're unstoppable. Nothing can throw you off track. Wait, is that your car? Uh-oh. Yeah, I saw that coming. That will throw you off track. You're looking at around 10 grand in fines, legal fees, and increased insurance rates. Let's try this again. Smart move. Because buzz driving is drunk driving.
I see you mobbing over her. Let's go. Let's mob. Let's crawl. Let's crawl. Let's crawl. Hey, yo, we mobbing. Come on, girl. Let's crawl. Hey, yo, let's crawl. Hey, yo, let's crawl. Hey, let's crawl. Hey, yo, let's crawl.
Welcome back to News Live at 6 and taking a look at your wake up forecast for tomorrow. It is going to be chilly when you are heading out to class tomorrow, around 58 degrees, cloudy and cool, and we are going to see just a little bit of a chance of rain. Definitely make sure to take that jacket and umbrella with you. And then for my photo of the day today, I have this beautiful picture of some of the clouds. This was taken from Ernie Davis Hall, and I think it's just a great view of campus. So yeah, Nicole and Peyton, I'll send it back over to you.
Lauren, that's a beautiful picture of
Oh my
campus.
gosh,
Love
I love
those
it.
clouds.
I don't want any rain tomorrow morning, though.
That's what I
not
love
for
to
me,
hear.
no.
That's all the time we have for you today on Citrus TV News.
For more of the latest, follow us at Citrus TV News on X or check out our website at citrustv.com.
For all of us here at Citrus TV News, I'm Peyton Spellacy.
I'm Nicole Aponte. Good night.